What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chow, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. Today is my WWE predictions for SummerSlam. Crazy enough to say we're already here at SummerSlam. I feel like it was just a week ago that we saw WrestleMania 40, and crazy stuff happened, but we're in the second biggest event of the year, and SummerSlam is looking like a crazy one. There is a lot of stories to talk about. There's a lot of things to really kind of get interested into a way and kind of peek at it, or just the beginning of stuff. There's a lot of stories. I think we're just going to see the beginning of these matches. Now, I do want to say, we're going to do it like always, where it's the most predictable to least predictable. And I'll give a confidence level. I didn't really think of any confidence levels because I think a lot of these are unpredictable. I think a lot of these you can say is predictable, but there's no clear winner. And in past times, we've had these clear winners. I don't see any clear winner for SummerSlam. I'm going to be real. So let's just get started. So first, we're going to be talking about Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. I understand the people that think Liv Morgan coming back after, or not Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley coming back for her title after so long is going to get her title back. And I just don't see it. So I do think Liv Morgan is going to be the winner of this matchup. But I think there's going to be a few reasons why. Judgment Day is imploding. It's obvious that Judgment Day will be at the end of its kind of reign now. And I think we're going to see it fail. And is that at SummerSlam? Is that going to be at other PLEs? Is that just going to be a continuous thing of them failing and kind of losing? And I generally believe Rhea Ripley is going to get cost the match because of Dominic Mysterio. I don't see a way where Rhea Ripley wins. I just think there's going to be something with Rhea Ripley potentially winning this and going to win it, and then last minute Dominic Mysterio is going to screw it over. Maybe that's on purpose for Liv Morgan, but I think it's more going to be accidental for Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan is going to win. Now, we'll see how this goes because it's been an interesting story here on Raw, but I generally don't believe that just Rhea's going to win. I know another scenario that I could really see is maybe Finn Balor and JD join Liv Morgan, and this is their turning point right here. Up next, we have Logan Paul versus LA Knight. I think this is when we start hitting that kind of unpredictable kind of area. I'm not saying this is unpredictable, but I think it's less predictable than others. Like, for example, Liv Morgan. I think the fact is that there could be two ways where I could really see this match going. If they really do want to cement Logan Paul as this crazy heel and make him win in his home city of Cleveland, could you imagine him pulling out brass knuckles and beating the electric babyface of LA Knight? That would be insane and crazy. You could not tell me otherwise. That would be craziness, okay? Now, I do want to talk about a potential Logan Paul winning clean, which I could not see anyway. I feel like if Logan Paul wins, it's going to be dirty and it's going to be screwing over LA Knight. The other thing that I think is going to happen is LA Knight's going to win, and it's going to be because of some factors. One, LA Knight's too hot to not put on the title. I could not see a way that they would not put a title on LA Knight right now because he is too big and looks like he is a superstar. Up next, also with that, LA Knight is going to be a better champion than Logan Paul. Logan Paul, this is his third or fourth title defense for the longest reigning champion right now. I think it's obvious LA Knight is probably going to get this championship, and I think it's going to be a pretty decent long reign. I think LA Knight's going to prove himself and really boost up this U.S. title, and then we're going to probably see LA Knight, grow and become maybe a championship winner in the future. I just think that this is the title that makes the most sense for LA Knight to win and really bolster up, and this is the perfect time to do it. But I could see a way where they try to, get the heel to beat the babyface in the heel's hometown. Up next, we have Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I am sorry, Sami Zayn. I know you say never doubt me, but I'm going to doubt you one more time. I feel like I've been really doubting you, and this is the one I'm going to doubt again. Because for me, I think Sami Zayn won in Money in the Bank because Canada is Canada. It's Sami Zayn's place. Cleveland, though, what ties does Cleveland have for Sami Zayn? I don't think any. So I'm going to say that Braun Breaker's going to win. SummerSlam is the perfect time with a lot of eyes looking to give Braun Breaker that title. I think they're going to show out Braun Breaker, show he is fierce and force, and we're going to see a good Braun Breaker reign because I think Braun Breaker is definitely somebody that deserves this good title reign. And especially before this upcoming Netflix thing, he's going to keep this title till WrestleMania. I already can see it. They're going to make him look fierce and incredible, and then probably WrestleMania drop it to someone, so then he can start going for actual titles that fast. Something like that is going to happen. I'm going to call it now. The only way I could really see this match going a different way is Sami Zayn pulls his BS, one. If Ilya Dragunov gets involved, because Ilya, got this head injury, something happened with Ilya, screwed over, Breaker loses because of DQ, something like that. I don't know, because I do think Ilya Dragunov should have been in this match for a triple threat, and this would have been an insane matchup. But I have to say, this is still a crazy matchup. I know he lost clean in Money in the Bank and should have been losing in an unfair way, but Braun Breaker is going to Braun break Sami Zayn. Up next, we have Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. You would think I would have this earlier, but there has been some factors that have really made me change my thought back and forth. My thing that's going to probably be the biggest thing and why I am going to choose Cody Rhodes to win is, are they really going to give a luxurious title, the top title, some could say, on Solo Sikoa? And I have a hard time saying yes to that. So with that in mind, you could say everything with the bloodline's going to get involved. I think this match, we're going to see the bloodline. We're going to see maybe a, Jimmy Uso return, Paul Heyman returning, maybe Randy KO get involved to help him out, maybe Jay somehow. I would be so shocked if that happens, though. And I think at the end of the match, we're going to get a Roman Reigns return. Truthfully, if this is the main event, Roman Reigns probably coming. If not, they might give the main event to CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And if that's the main event, then that's because it's a crazy story. I understand. I just can't see a way they take this title off Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes is going to have this title for a while, and that he is going to, truthfully, be a long-reigning title holder till WrestleMania. I just don't see a way where they give this off Cody Rhodes. I'm going to be real. It just does not make sense for me, and I think Solo Sikoa is not ready for it, in my opinion. Up next, we have Bayley versus Nia Jax. Now, there's been a lot of talk with Tiffany Stratton being this match. You can honestly say this is technically a triple threat match because everyone thinks Tiffany Stratton's going to cash in. I think if Nia Jax would win, Tiffany Stratton would cash in. I think if Bayley would win, it's maybe a little up in the air. Now, maybe you think, child, that's so dumb. Why would you even say that? Would they really 2 years in a row give a Money in the Bank holder in for the women's side cashing in at SummerSlam? Maybe. Truthfully, you know what? They don't know how to schedule and really book a women's Money in the Bank, so maybe that's actually it. But I just generally believe that Bayley's going to win this. And yes, Tiffany Stratton could end up with it. I'm true. But in this matchup, I think when I look at SmackDown in the future, I could see Bayley, losing this title to a heel in Tiffany Stratton, honestly, and then she gets a title and it keeps going. I just think Nia Jax is not going to win this matchup. If Nia Jax wins this, I hope to God they get Tiffany Stratton to cash in. If Bayley wins this, I wouldn't be mad if Tiffany Stratton didn't cash in. I think no matter what, they're going to hint it, and then something might happen where she costs. You know what? I'm going to say this. Tiffany Stratton is going to go and try and cash in and make Nia Jax lose the match. That's what's going to happen. And then Bayley's going to win it. She's going to act tough. She's not going to cash in. Then Bayley's going to get cashed in on another time when she's trying to win the title against someone. I'm calling it now. Up next, we have Damian Priest versus Gunther. Another thing that you might think, Chadwell, you're so dumb for even thinking that this is going to be not one-sided. I have some factors to talk about. Gunther is somebody that obviously that title is made for. He is going to make this title look like an amazing title and reign for how many days? Millions and millions of days. Damian Priest, on the other hand, has proved people wrong in some sense. I think this is the time for him to probably lose this title, but I generally believe that SummerSlam is a big enough stage also for Judgment Day to kind of. Did I said SummerSlam, right? Maybe I didn't. SummerSlam is the big enough title for Judgment Day to lose this title. I just don't see a way where Gunther doesn't win this. But I think if they really want to, maybe someone cost him the match because Gunther's looking out too much for somebody. And this causes Damian Priest to win, and then Damian Priest goes against Gunther at Bash in Berlin, and that's where Gunther wins. I don't know. I think this could also just be Gunther wins it, and then maybe we get Ilya versus Gunther at Bash in Berlin. It's such a hard way and a weird place to say, but I just don't see Damian Priest being Gunther. We'll have to see, though, because they're starting to give Damian Priest this kind of babyface underdog feel, and I hate seeing that because I know Sami Zayn. Up next, we have CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with special guest referee Seth Rollins. This is the one that's the most unpredictable for me. I have changed my answer 3 times now. Before recording this video, I have changed it 3 times. And I'll give you why. CM Punk, the babyface, the guy that everyone wants to win against Drew McIntyre. What everyone thinks should win against Drew McIntyre. Coming back to WWE, winning right here. I think that's obviously a case for him to win. Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, has screwed over CM Punk so many times, he deserves to get something back. There's something that he has to do to get him back. But he's also screwed over CM Punk a little bit recently, so kind of, And then to throw everything off track, they put a special guest referee, Seth Rollins. With that in mind, I have to think that this special guest referee is going to get involved somehow, some way. I already know it. I truthfully already know it. And I think he's going to get in the way of CM Punk and cost CM Punk this match because Seth Rollins does have beef with CM Punk, and they have shown it recently more than they have showed it about Drew McIntyre. Don't you remember when Drew McIntyre stole that title off of Seth Rollins? He said, "You deserve it. You deserved it, man." So I want to say they play into that a little bit and let Drew McIntyre win against this matchup because of Seth Rollins. So I'm going to say, and I'm officially saying, CM Punk's going to get costed SummerSlam match because Seth Rollins is going to mess and make Drew McIntyre the winner. Now, that's a good way to set up a part 2 with them and see what can happen there. And then we probably see a part 3 and finish it all off in a Hell in a Cell match in Bad Blood. I'm calling it now. I think that's where we're going, and they're going to be the headliners for this next upcoming fall. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.